Yeah, you can see it now?
Yes.
Alright, great. You're not colorblind, right?
No. No.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, I guess.
Ekko versus Oriana. Which game is it on your OPGG?
I think it's a bit below.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any specific reason why you wanted to watch that game?
And yes, because I feel like my mid-game decisions are like really poor. So.
Mm-hmm. In the sense
that
of
game,
what, like where to be, or?
I mean, I feel like I don't know how to properly group, or when to group, or when to just decide to split, or group and kill, or do whatever. Honestly, I feel like my decisions there are honestly bad.
Okay. Right, we can look at that. How do you have so low win rate on TF?
I was testing TF ID and precision, and it didn't go well. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I fell hard there.
What do you think of Galio one tricks?
It's a fucking fun champ, but I decided to leave it there now. But it's a good champ if you are roaming 24/7.
Yeah. All right. Let's just look at your runes and see if there's anything crazy going on. Not really. Everything here is like normal. I would go for Ghost Poro, but it's fine. Like, eyeball is okay. The reason why I would go for Ghost Poro is that Ekko really like abuses wards in lane really, really well. Like, having a ward like here is really, really good because easy W's, right? And when that ward expires, you get AP as well. And you get AP from when they walk over the Poro. So you get 2 AP when it expires, and then another 2 when they walk over it. You know?
Yes.
So usually Ekko doesn't get any kills early, so you get to have like 8 to 10 AP from Ghost Poro before you get your first kill. And this can help you a lot in getting that first kill. So yeah, like it stacks faster or the same as eyeball, but it also gives other values, like I said, with the vision in lane and stuff. So
is there a specific sorry?
What did you say?
And there's a specific reason because I go eyeball collection instead of Ghost Poro. That is, I swap for I don't know the name.
The trinket, the red sweeper, yeah.
And I don't stack a Ghost Poro if I change it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what's bad about Ghost Poro is that you can't have sweeper. So yeah, sure. If you want to have sweeper, that's fine. However, like in a lot of games, sweeper doesn't really become valuable until later on. Like I saw that game, you have it at 11 minutes, right? But at 11 minutes, you're still playing laning phase. So let's say you pushed, and now you go missing here, and you're sweeping. If you're on a ward, they see you, right? So like it doesn't really do much, because sure, you can sweep their vision, and then you can push and you can go again. But the main thing, how a roam is going to work in solo queue, is whether they respect you or not. Because enemy mid will ping missing when you push and go missing, right?
Yes.
There he's going to ping missing. So whether they have a ward or not, they basically know that you're roaming. So now it's their choice whether they leave or if they stay. So like it doesn't really matter. Like let's say your bot lane has built up 2 to 3 waves, and now they're gonna crash that. If they see you on a ward, they're probably gonna stay anyways. So to me, every time I've had sweeper early, it hasn't really done too much for me, and I would much rather want to have vision and like have a ward here, have a ward here. I think that helps me a lot more than having sweeper. I would love to have sweeper later on, because later on I start to split push and then I can come with like a flank. And when you're on a flank, it's really important to know if you're on vision or not, to know if they're gonna collapse on you and stuff like that. And removing their vision in later stages of the game is way more important than in early game. Because 11 minutes in, they're not gonna have that many wards around mid lane anyways. But if we're talking like at 20 minutes, right? If you have sweeper around this time, there's gonna be wards everywhere. You get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And it's just more important vision. So, like we'll see in the VOD, right? If your sweeper ended up being useful, but I don't think it's gonna be too useful in early game. Because like I said, it happens to be better a bit later. I would never go biscuits on Ekko because you're a melee champ that basically cheats laning phase. So what I mean by that is like you don't take that much harass compared to other melees, like for example Kassadin. So if Kassadin is able to lane without going biscuits, shouldn't Ekko be able to as well?
Yeah, because of the Q now?
What did you say?
Because of the Q?
Yeah, your Q. Like you can just keep farming with Q. Like on Ekko, I don't know if you realized, but if you don't have Dematerializer, you need to be really, really fed to one-shot away with Q.
That changed just because I built a Dark Seal in the first item. So at level 7, I one-shot the minions without actually having minion Dematerializer.
Yeah.
But I was testing it anyway. So.
Don't you think that it's like cancer unplayable to have Dark Seal? Like, this item is so bad for lane now, because they removed the healing from potions, and they replaced mana with HP. You should get Dark Seal, and you should get it every game, because Mage Eyes is really OP. But you shouldn't get Dark Seal first item anymore. On pretty much anything, because it's just so bad for lane. Like, the only champion that can maybe like go this is like Vladimir. Like, for Ekko, this is just so useless, because you don't get healing anymore. You don't get mana. So the only good thing is that you're starting with refillable potion. But we can go on 1v1 right now, and if you start Dark Seal refillable against me, and I'm Orianna, you will not play the game.
Yeah.
You will not have fun at all. Ekko is also a champion that uses a lot of mana when it comes to how he wants to like play laning phase later on. Because you need to be able to Q and you need to be able to threaten to all-in. You legit have 0 mana in your build. And sure, you can say, but if I play respectfully with my mana, it's okay. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to play respectfully with your mana. Right? If you can't trade every time you want to, then that's going to be really sad. But yeah, we're going to have to like see the game. But I think it's going to be really bad. I can't see how, if Orianna is like decent at the game, you shouldn't be allowed to play the game with Dark Seal start.
I pretty much got this match in lane phase, but I fucked up at like before lane phase begins. I got like I got bug lucky like 30 XP, person XP, HP, pardon.
I mean, you ward a bit too early. Like I don't ward this early. I ward at like 124. This is like 114, so I think that's already a little bit troll, because it's like at 124, this guy should be either in lane or he should be leashing, right? Like should walk into leash. Right now it's 114, so it's like of course they should be in the bush. So it's a bit troll. But yeah. And this is like what I mean with like how Ekko shouldn't take much harass, because this is just how you're going to be like playing the lane. One thing that you really want to get good at though is when you're playing Ekko is making sure that your first part doesn't really hit the creep. So like what I mean is like if you now time your Q so it only hits like this part, right? Or maybe only hits this one, not the entire wave. And maybe only the last part. Then what's so good about it? Like now you hit 2 minions that you didn't want to hit, right?
Yeah.
So to get these minions now, you're having to auto-attack them, right? Which you would lose too much HP for. You end up getting down, which is good. So you really need to get good with your Q to only hit this one, and at worst hit this or this, not all three. So if you stand here, casting Q, you hit everything. That's not good, right?
Fuck ups my lane so bad. Yeah, I understand.
Try to only hit one creep. Like a lot of Diana players does this mistake as well. They cast their Q to last hit a creep and end up hitting like almost the entire wave. And you don't want that. You just want to hit one creep. We didn't need to take the Aura Q, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it playable with your fucking Dark Seal?
Like, I'm fucking getting smashed.
You're getting smashed, right?
Like I can't do anything, honestly.
Yeah. So like imagine I'm this Lee Sin, and I look at my mid lane, and I see on the second wave, my mid laner only has 1 potion left and it's this HP. I'm really tilted, no?
Yeah, I'm not going to anytime on the lane. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like this is like I said, Dark Seal is OP for the stacks and stuff, but you're not gonna get stacks of Dark Seal in early game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'd much rather start getting my Dark Seal once I have like Alternator. Like on Ekko, the real power spike is this item. You want to get this item. Okay?
Yeah.
So by going this, you make it harder to get this, because you have to, right now, give up so many creeps because you don't have enough sustain to lane to get actual good items. And this is not going to provide you with anything. 15 AP early is not good when you're losing so much sustain. And you're not just losing sustain early, you're losing it throughout the game, because if you have Corruption Potion, it's not just nice the first 3 minutes, it's good all the entire game until you sell it. It's so much easier to lane with it, and you're able then to actually walk up and auto-attack some creeps, because you can afford to lose HP. Like if you had Corruption Potion here, for example, right? I think right now, if you had Corruption Potion, if I'm Ekko, I could actually like E-auto-Q this guy. You know? I mean EQ auto.
Yeah.
And I could get like big chunk of him, right? And with that chunk, he has to respect me, and I can get pushed, right? But if I jump on him now, what happens to me?
I'm getting like 1/3 of HP, and he's going to get me all the way.
Exactly. You're fucked. That's why it's so OP to have Corruption Potion on this champion. Because you need to be able to sometimes trade with your enemy and interact. And right now, like, we can't. Because you want to go fucking Dark Seal. So now we have no more potions but biscuits. You're gonna get level 3 now. So is she. Good, you made your Q go away from the cannon. Hopefully our Q comes up for the cannon. Yeah, it does. Nice. This is really grief.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I die here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just troll. Like, she just flash autos you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just win trade, right? Like, just Q the cannon. Look. Like, just walk away and Q it. You know?
Yeah.
It's suicide to walk up. But like, this is what I said, like, before even watching the game, I said in OPGG, if I'm Orianna, I'm not gonna let you play with this. Before, this was like a little bit better, because it boosted your potions. So, by having Dark Seal refillable, you healed in terms of HP pretty much the same as Corruption Potion, and you got a bit of mana from Dark Seal. So it was okay, it wasn't like that bad. But it's so shit right now. You're you can't play the fucking game. You can't afford to take any damage because you have no sustain. So it's just unplayable. So right now I would want to force her TP as well. At least I assume she has TP.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. So by letting the wave crash, you're allowing her to save TP, which you don't want her to. So right now I know that if I dash here, I'm not gonna die because nobody is here to kill me, right? So I would dash here now and Q the wave so I can start trimming it. and then just pull it up here, go into fog, so that the wave meets here, and then just go back to here. And then she's forced to TP, otherwise she loses minions. You get what I mean?
Yes. I think I tried to freeze there, but I'm not sure.
But the issue with it, with what you're doing, is you're losing so much HP. That's why you have to drag it. The minions cannot auto-attack you for so long. If you just drag it here. Look, you TP, and then now you just drag it. See? Instead of clicking here, you click here and you just dash. Because your goal is to hold them here, right? And if you can drag them, they're not attacking you. So just drag them after you. It's much better tactic. You only do this if you're not allowed to walk up here for some reason. Because this, you lose so much HP, it's a bit troll. Ouch, ouch, ouch. See our HP? No bien. Right now I would drop my ward here for my jungler to see if Crab is up and see if enemy goes to it. Because right now Lee Sin has an option. Krugs and Raptors or red straight into bot Crab. And if he chooses red straight into bot Crab here without you warding, he probably loses Crab. You know, it's possible. Yeah, Vi runs through. So like let's say Vi doesn't run through now, right? Or we don't see Vi. Because Vi does different pathing or something, right? Then Lee could waste a lot of time here. You have no reason to keep your ward. Because like now we're gonna be under turret, and our ward is just up for no reason. Did you always do Dark Seal start?
And no, I started to try it at like.
Why?
After I seen some video like of Coach Curtis. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I know him, but this is useless.
Yellow Van is testing Dark Seal, so I wanted to try it.
It's complete shit.
Yeah.
I'm in pain watching you play. It's unplayable. Like, because we can only queue for so much, and with Dark Seal, we can queue a lot less. Like, if Dark Seal was a good starting item, people would have done it before. Because before it was better. Before it would buff your potions and give you mana. But nobody went Dark Seal as starting item. Because it wasn't even good back then. So of course it's shit now. Because now Riot buffed it in the sense of the stacks. It's better to stack it now. Like, the stacks of it, once it gets stacked, Dark Seal is a good item. But as a starting item, you don't have any stacks on it. It's so useless. Like, this Orianna's just making fun of you and you can't do anything but, like, kill yourself like this. Like, see? You just die. You can't play the game. Did you get tilted here, or do you remember what happened?
I was pretty tired at that game because it was like 12 p.m. So I wasn't tilted, but I was like in autopilot.
I mean, like, so, like, it seems to me like you're playing with no goal in your mind. Because, like, right now, we come back to lane. This recall was good. You know, you got a free amp tome, you got your potions back. Like, right now it's good. You stand on top of the fucking minions, lose all your fucking HP. Like, what are we doing? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to achieve here? Like, do you want to keep the freeze?
I don't remember what I was doing, but I think I was planning to just like push some minions and leave some alive, like to make some kind of freeze.
Yeah, but look, where's Orianna?
In the line. She hasn't gone to base, so yeah, she can poke me.
Yeah, she's just missing right now, right?
Yeah.
So right now, I would think the same thing you did. I would trim the wave a bit. But now when I see her, she's coming. Right? And you're playing on locked camera here. which is really bad. Because we can see her on your minimap, but we can't see her on your screen. Okay? Do we need to see our turret HP right now? No, we don't, right? When you're playing League and you see what you see on your screen, you always need to ask yourself, do I need to see this? And if the answer is yes, then good, okay, continue looking at it. But if you don't need to see it, ask yourself, can I replace it with something? And right now I see the wave, okay, that's good. I see myself, okay, that's good. I see my turret, okay, that's useless. I don't need to see my turret. So, can I replace the turret with something? Yeah, I can look more over here. Right? I know Orianna left to bot side. So move your camera more here. So you can see our laner. This is so troll to lose like 400 HP for... Look your HP. 400 gone. For no fucking reason. You have to just let her crash it there. Like, this is not worth to lose all your HP for. Like, if I'm you, my game plan here is I'm gonna freeze. Because if she roams, I can punish her at least then. Because here I'm thinking she should go and dive my bot lane. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't push it in time. So I'm gonna freeze. And then now I'm thinking, ah, shit. She's mid now. So now I'm gonna leave. Because if I stay, I'm gonna lose my HP, right? So I'm just gonna stand away, and I'm gonna try to kill the cannon when I have to. I don't need to kill it now. And then the wave is eventually gonna crash, and then I'm gonna kill it under my turret. And then everything is fine. And then I get to keep my potions. And it's important that I keep my potions, because I'm so far off level 6. I can fight this guy soon. And it's important to fight the Orianna soon, because her mana is getting really low. So if I can trade with her, like let's say I'm full HP. If I can trade with her and I lose my HP because she uses mana, then that's good. Because she's also lost HP. And I can trade like that. But you losing HP for free like this is so win trade. It's good that you don't skill your R to hide the ghost. That's good. You should use W while you're trading so you can get the shield. You will win a lot more trades with that. Do you see where your Lee Sin is here?
Yes.
And do you see what's happening top? Like, do you see why he's here?
Because of the grab?
Mm-hmm. Grab. You see already now, right? Crab is spawning?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, tell me now, because I would now, right? Now when she's farming these creeps, I have to ask myself, can I do something important being in lane right now? Because if I can, right? Like, let's say I'm Seraph or Vel'Koz. Right? Then I can stand here and I can poke her now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But can Ekko do anything?
No, that's like
no.
Useless.
So like right now as Ekko, you should run over here to Fog. You should drop a ward here. Okay? You can also then drop a pink ward here as well. What this does is that now we have full vision topside. And then we can trade with her on this wave. Because we have full vision. And then we can hug topside because we have full vision. Because when you hug topside, she's more likely to go bot side. So if you look at this, you jump on her now and you trade. Like I said, you should have used W, but whatever. We trade. If we had full vision here now, couldn't you have just ran to here?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're playing, like if you're the Orianna and you see enemy mid laner is playing so confident and cocky running topside, aren't you a bit scared of topside?
Yeah. So.
Because Lee Sin, right? But then,
yes.
Look, you go bot side here, giving her free access to Lee Sin. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So I didn't cover for my listen pretty much. So
Yeah.
I think I let him do it because I just didn't work because I think I thought that Oriana just was going to get the ward like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, I agree that the bad thing about this pink is that you can't control it. That's because you've inted your entire lane away, though. Because the way that this matchup works, and this is like... So Ekko is good into Ori and Syndra and champs like this. But the reason why it's kind of bad against these champs is because everybody that plays champs like Ekko, almost every one of them, they do the same mistakes that you did. They play early game so fucking bad. So they fall behind. But if we are at this spike, if you're at level 6, level 7, and you have Alternator, you can beat Oriana really hard in trades right now. The issue right now is she has 4 stacks Dark Seal. She has lost Chapter Book right now. What do we have? Well, we have a fucking ring with 0 stacks. Her ring has 4 stacks. Right? We have a random Amp Tome, so we have one book, she has 2, because lost Chapter. So it's lost, right?
Yeah.
We can't win any trade. So you didn't understand your matchup. Because if you understood your matchup and told yourself in loading screen and in champ select, okay, Oriana versus Ekko, she's going to bully me a lot early because I don't have enough power to fight her back. Once I have enough power to fight back, she has to think twice about fighting me. Well, when is that power? Well, usually around level 7, when you have 4 points in Q and Alternator, that's when Ekko starts to get quite strong. But now it's like, we will never get to that point, because when we get that spike, she has fucking Ludens almost, like. So right now, there's not much we can really do. Hopefully she ints here. Yeah, okay. So now it's playable again.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were really fucking lucky that she basically gave you the game again.
And in this list, pretty much, like, always gonna be 1 or 2 times that they fuck up at before play.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I know. D1 Master is not good players, and for sure they will fuck up. But imagine how much easier it is if you never fuck up, and then you just win every game, because they're so fucking bad.
That's the thing. Like, one of the reasons because I wanted to chill is because I played a lot of Oriana, Syndra, things like that when it's normal season. And normally I win lane hard, like, well, at least I go like 1-0 with pretty decent CS, but normally I don't find a way to actually like snowball my lead, and that's why I feel like if I have more chance to win when I am behind. I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like it is what it is.
I mean, it's the most delusional thing I've ever heard.
I know. Like,
yeah.
It's just like when I had a lead, I feel like I just somehow throw it.
I mean, the only time that really like actually is a thing, because it is kinda a thing, and that is, let's say you got your lead through your jungler, right? Like, let's say your jungler is only ganking your lane, and that's why you got your lead. Well, now all the resources is put onto you, and your teammates now are expected to do bad because you got all the help and your teammates didn't. So sure, that can really suck. But why did we get behind this game? Well, we got behind because we just did completely stupid decisions, right? It's not because we made Lee Sin gank for somebody else or something. So, like, it's so bad to play like you did this game.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to justify this game, but I feel like it's just...
Yeah, but you're not gonna get rank 1 by playing bad every game and not having to carry, right? You're gonna have to carry some games. So you need to learn how to carry. Good. Nice. She still has ult, no?
I think not.
When the fuck did she use it?
I don't remember, but I remember that in that trade, or she used the ult at the beginning, or she didn't have it. Like...
Because what I'm thinking here is like you have a rocket belt after this, right? Yeah. Like you have rocket belt here. So I think it's so win trade to extend the play now. Like extending the play in League is one of the worst mistakes that D1 Master players honestly do. Like they extend plays so much. So what I mean by that is like, okay, so what just happened? We killed Ori, right? Panfin came mid and he killed Ori. When Panfin comes mid, he's giving up something in bot lane, right? So what should enemy bot lane now do to your Jhin?
They chill the nicest.
Yeah, they can try to dive him, right? They can try to dive him, they can try to fuck him over. So by extending your play, can we help Jhin now?
No. Pretty much doing nothing to Jhin.
Is Panfin here?
No.
Okay, is Lee Sin here?
No.
Can we kill Ori 1v1?
No.
So why are we extending the play? If you just run to reset now, you would get the same item as if you now stay for another wave or another plate, right? So why are we extending the play?
No real reason at all.
No. So like imagine you do this now, right? And then imagine Gragas, right? He doesn't recall now. He also stays top for 2 plates. Pantheon doesn't reset. He run into enemy jungle and sweeps it. Now we're 4 people extending the play. Enemy is like 1 minute ahead of you guys in time then. That's really, really bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would now run, reset for Rocket Belt, and I would keep looking at bot lane and I would be like, shit, my bot lane is fucked. And I would TP if they dive. Or if there's a ward behind them, I would TP there. You know? If nothing happens, what do you say?
In a game of solo queue, isn't it better just to like try to get most of like resources for me in general? Like not trying to cover for my team in general?
This is the game timer. What resources are you getting now that you couldn't get later? Because this plate is good. Like, right now you're saying that if I play for my team, I'm losing resources, right? Look where the next wave is. So if you now just press recall, and then we TP bot, we do the play bot, and then we run mid, did we lose anything?
I mean, if it goes well, I mean, we don't lose
I mean,
anything,
even if we get nothing, you don't lose shit. Because the wave isn't dead yet.
Yeah,
and the thing is as well, it looks to me right now that Lulu and whoever is enemy ADC, I don't know what champ it is, but looks to me like Lulu right now has 2 to 3 waves stacked up. So if I can use my TP to get back on the map and make sure my ADC gets this and doesn't get dove, and I prevent enemy from taking 2 plates plus, and I only lose 2 to 3 minions in mid, I'm very, very happy.
Yeah.
Because enemy getting 2 plates bot and killing my Jhin and denying my Jhin 2 to 3 waves is gonna hurt the game way more than me losing this. I am not a fan of just leaving mid lane and losing my lane to help my team. You shouldn't do that, and you should only do that if you've already lost your lane. I completely agree with your mentality that isn't it bad to help my team? Yeah, it is kinda, yeah. But in this sense, no, it's not. It just depends how much are you losing. And how much are you preventing enemy from getting. Because you're starting to get in the elo now, where sadly, you kind of need a little bit of teammates. You don't need your teammates to be insanely good or like super useful, but you need them to like be somewhat useful. You know? So, like right now, like just check your gold. Like we just killed Ori. How much do I need for Rocket Belt?
1 plate.
Yeah. So I need 1 plate. Then ask yourself, can I get the plate? Yes. So just there, recall. You know? And if you don't, because she has TP, you can just go fog and recall. And then you run back to the map while looking at Jhin. And if you see it's getting dove, you just TP to stop the dive. And let's say they back off from the dive, right? Okay, now you save Jin's life. You can take part of his wave too, if you want. That's fine. But you don't want him to get over here. That's like the worst thing that can happen. Like, this is so fucking waste. Like, now you wasted your recall timer. So do we have a lead now? Look your gold.
No, I have...
You have nothing.
Too much gold in stuff.
Look. Sork Shoes, Lost Chapter, Amptome, Darkseal. Look at yours. You don't have a lead anymore. Imagine we could have Rocket Belt. So now we have no potions either. So we are a lot weaker than what we should be, right? We have no ulti for no reason. We die now. This is why you can't carry games, because you extend plays like this and do this nonsense. Remember what I said here about the Gragas and Pantheon and everything? I said that they should just do this kill, push the wave and reset, right?
Yes.
Okay. Look, do you see what they do? Pantheon, pushed, reset. Right? Gragas does same mistake like you. He keeps staying. So he should get cancelled here, right? I don't know if he does, but he should. If I'm Malphite, I would cancel him. And he did get cancelled. So is Gragas fucked now?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's fucked. For same reason, you're fucked. And so now your Pantheon, who does the correct thing, he got punished by you. Because you should be here right now with item spike, all your potions back, a pink ward in your inventory, ready to fight. Instead, Pantheon comes back on the map to a half HP Ekko with no ulti and 1.4k in his pockets. And these mistakes alone can lose you your lead and the game. Because it fucks with the flow of the game so much. It's one of the most important things for you to learn, because you probably do this in one way or another in like every game of League you play.
Like a bad habit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Now we have to TP back to mid as well, do you see? This forces us now to have to TP. This gave them Herald opportunity in mid. Just because we did that mistake. Boom. Vi is the most useless champion in the game. This guy should get permabanned for picking this. And this is like what I meant with... so when I said that game timer was 10:42, right? What I meant by that is that plates expire at 14 minutes. So you shouldn't really have to greed for a plate at this timer in the game.
Because I still have a lot of time.
Yeah, you still have like 4 minutes almost to get the plate. So especially when you're ahead, there's like no reason to like greed for plates at that timer, because you're gonna get new chances. So now Drake is spawning, all your teammates are basing as well, so this is perfect time to base again. Hopefully you recall. Instead you decide that... Yeah, instead you decide that you're gonna like 1v2. You can't even one-shot them, so I don't know what you're doing. And the same mistake again, like before. It's completely fucking win trade. Because if you just fucking recalled, you would have been here now with whatever you want to buy, Sork Shoes or Merc Freds, and then a Blasting Wand or whatever. And that would be much better. And then you could just fuck everyone again. Instead now your Pantheon and Lee Sin, they come back on the map, and they have to deal with again an Ekko with 1.5k gold. And then now you realize you have a lot of gold and you started to want to recall. But now it's really bad to recall. Why is it bad to recall now?
Because now the Drake is spawning?
No, it's gone now.
It just
we shouldn't ever have lost this Drake. It makes no sense for your team to lose this Drake. But because Panfin here decided that now was a good time to gank top lane, we lose this Drake. If Panfin didn't gank top now, we would never lose this Drake. So you just have to realize now that this is not our Drake. Why? Well, because all of my teammates are top. So it's pointless for you to stay on the map. You should only stay on the map now if you can stop them from doing Drake 1v3. Which we cannot. So here, the only time you should stay on the map is if you can go top lane and kill Malphite. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we probably cannot, so we should have just recalled, because then we could stay on the map for a really long time and kill people. This is so fucking troll, because even if you hit this, you don't one-shot the Lulu. She just gets fucking Orianna shielded and ulted, and then it's fine, like, she just lives. So now again, we have no fucking ulti. And now we need to find a new timer to base, but the issue now is that our Panfin and Lee Sin came from base, so every time you try to recall now, your teammates are gonna stay on the map. And doesn't it feel really bad to be in base and then your teammates are on the map fighting?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like you have no control if that happens, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to try to get a recall off here, because your entire team is base. You need to look at the map state like this, like right now, like, if I recall, what do I lose? Or what do I not achieve if I recall? I can't get anything in mid here. Can't get anything anywhere. And my team is in base, so I should recall. And it might be hard to think about that on the spot, but you can start thinking about it already. Like already now, it's like, okay, what do I want to base for? Let's say I want Merc Threads and Blasting Wand. Well, I'll just take these plates and another wave and I have that. Then I need to think, is it good for the map though, if I recall? And yeah, I can see that the only thing up on the map is Drake, and looks like my team isn't going for that anyways. So I should just base here. Lee Sin is top, we're all too late on Drake, so now you just E to Fog, press B, then you can be on the map and keep your ulti and you can force fights perma. Now we have to run around with so much gold. Look, we have 2k gold. Don't you think it's a bit disgusting?
Yeah, like I lose so much damage.
Yep.
And presence in the map.
Like we have 3k gold. But like
I didn't remember this.
Honestly. Yeah, but because that's what I mean. I told you, Lee Sin and Pantheon, they're gonna stay on the map forever, because they just got from base. But like, you would love to base now, but if we base now and they dive top, it's really bad, right? So we're forced to stay.
Yeah.
That's why you had to take that recall timer. It's one of the most important things to learn. It's so important. Because a kill doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter that you got the shot down on Ori. Because you're not using your gold. Your farm, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing of that matters. Until you based and gotten your items with it. Thank you, Malphite. Oh, there's Vi, that's useful. See, like now would be another good time to reset, but now Herald fucking spawned.
And I can fucking back. So I have questions that.
What do you say?
I have questions that. I have a question that. How do I decide when I like want to fight? Like how is a good method to decide that it's a good moment to fight?
Yeah. Okay. So first we need to understand what kind of fight, 1v1 or skirmish or what. So let's say with 1v1s, right? Mm-hmm. You need to compare your items and levels compared to theirs. And then just think about your matchup and just understand, do I win or not? Okay, if, let's say yes. So I win my 1v1. Then, where are my team? Is my team around me? If no, what are they doing? Right? If my teammates are doing something somewhere else, and enemy team is not responding to what my team is doing, then shouldn't her team be around her? Right?
Yeah.
So then I'm weak side. So then I should be scared about fighting her. An example would be, let's say you're fighting the Orianna. You're against Orianna in side lane. Your teammates, here's your support and stuff. You're here. They're like, you see enemy ADC in mid, but this guy's missing. Orianna is here against you. These guys top and everyone is here. Top is like just showing here on wave and stuff. Enemy support and jungle, they're missing. They're in fog. You have no clue where they are. I beat the Ori. I'm able to fight her. But I see all my teammates topside for whatever reason. And I only see this guy defending versus a wave and this guy defending versus a wave. I have no clue versus these guys where these guys are. And the last 30 seconds I have not seen them. If I jump on Ori, for all I know, these two people could be here and kill me. So I shouldn't do it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that really matters. And then you need to think about the game in general. If you have to commit really hard to try to kill this guy, and it's like very low chance you kill him, and you're blowing important cooldowns to do it, and Drake is up in like 20, then that can be really bad. Like, let's say you're playing like Ekko. Ekko's ulti, I would say, is really important for the champion, right? So let's say you invest your ulti to try to kill somebody, but it's like really low chance you kill him. And then it's right before an objective is spawning. That can be really bad because now you don't have ulti for the fight. Make sense?
Yeah.
Like if I'm the Orianna, I'm not gonna use ulti on the Ekko 20 seconds before Drake. Like my ulti is just so important. But main thing is just understanding what's happening on the map. So you know if you're being baited or not. Because if you beat them 1v1, then there's no reason to not fight them unless it's not really a 1v1. I see a lot of this happens with top laners a lot. A lot of the time, top laners, they will be split pushing, right? So they're split pushing and their teammates are in position to do Baron. So now I'm the top lane. So now I'm pushing. Now my teammates are like starting Baron. So now enemy team has two options. One, try to kill a top laner, or two, contest Baron, right? A lot of the time they'll try to kill a top laner. A lot of top laners now, they will keep pushing, because in their mind they're like, well, if they go and kill me, my team gets Baron. But if you think about the map like this, that is two sides, top and bot. If enemy team just chose to just go here, if enemy top laner just runs away now, your team has already gotten Baron, right?
Yeah.
So why overextend? You don't need to like kill yourself in side lane. You just need to draw pressure. So it's really, really bad to fight somebody if your teammates are doing plays on the other side of the map. You only do that if you think you can win 1v2 or 1v3. Because if these guys get Baron now, but the split push top laner died, the split push top laner now no longer has Baron buff, so this team getting Baron isn't that bad now for you. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Like now you have Nashor's Tooth and Rocket Belt. You can for sure beat Orianna 1v1. There's no doubt about that. You're really, really fucking strong. We have TP up right now. Here's an example. Pantheon and Lee Sin are showing you they're going top. Why are they going top? I don't know. It's really bad by them to go top. Because you are really, really strong and you guys want to get this turret bot. So that makes no sense. And you should probably here write play with me bot and ping Pantheon Lee Sin. Are you looking to play for a team or something in the future?
And yes.
Yeah, well then you should really learn to like shot call in solo queue. You don't need to put like a lot of effort into it. Like just write like simple shit. Like just write like now on my way, like just ping here on my way and just ping Pantheon Lee Sin once and play with me. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Because right now you're walking anyway, so you have nothing to focus on, and we really don't want them to try to kill this guy who is just trolling and griefing, when if they cover you, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And if you get used to calling and shot calling already in solo queue, playing in teams will get even easier, because you will need to call these things in team. Okay?
Yeah.
So now we need to understand, am I weak side or strong side? Now, sadly, my Pantheon and Lee Sin decided to fucking troll. So they went top. So we can't fight Ori now. Like, you should not do this right now. Vi is missing.
Even if I mean, like,
we saw Vi.
And your point, but I feel like I have too much confidence just because I have ult.
Yeah.
But I understand why this could go really bad. Like,
yeah. I mean, I know you're confident. And I know you're champion. Like, do you know Hoho Never Lucky?
No.
It's this guy. This guy is Ekko main. Don't know his account right now. Maybe this one. No, this is Smurf, I think.
Hey, I'm Smurfy.
I don't remember his. Let me see. I guess he decayed or something, I guess. Because he was challenger the entire season. But yeah, he's the... I mean, he's basically the reason why you are going the Nashor's Tooth build, because he popularized this and made everybody go it.
Yeah?
So, like, yeah. So I'm aware of how strong Ekko is. Do you think, like, there's no doubt that you can kill her? Of course.
Yeah.
My point... Yeah. My point is just, like, how could we lose this game? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we gonna win the game now because you killed Ori?
No.
No. It's gonna make the game easier, yes, but the only way you're gonna actually start to lose the game now is if you start to fall behind, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like right now we saw Vi, we know she's moving, we see all our teammates going top, we have not seen enemy support. So what do you do now if Vi comes behind you and Lulu just ults and peels this Orianna?
I'm pretty much screwed. I
See?
can't do anything.
Like now here, if Lulu just decided now to be here, because she should be, because honestly, what the fuck? If Vi is moving down here and Lulu is not showing on this top play, Lulu is AFK then if she's not bot, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's literally nothing happening on the map, 0 things happening. Ashe, I mean enemy ADC, I don't know what it is. I think it's Ashe, right? I think so.
I don't remember, like...
I'm pretty sure it's Ashe.
Maybe.
So, if Ashe isn't even pushing here, Lulu has to be here. So if they just now polymorphed you, or Lulu ulted Ori, you don't kill Ori, you ult back to here, Vi comes, you are dead. Now enemy team traded their Malphite for this Ekko. They're very happy doing that, right? And that's the only way you could actually start to lose this game now. That's why, like, sure, this is fun, right? It's fun to kill Ori, yeah, it's good. But you're gonna lose and throw games if this is how you're gonna play. If we saw Vi, like, going here, or we saw her walk away, or we saw Lulu, because I'm sure you can 1v2. 1v2 is fine. I'm just scared of 1v3. If I know Lulu is, like, here, or in mid, I would do the same thing here. I don't care about Vi. I'm fine 1v2ing. It's just 1v3. And you could have gotten 1v3'd. That's why this was so fucking troll. It's Ezreal ADC, okay. Like, where is Lulu? She's AFK, look. Like, where is she? There we go. Hey, Lulu.
It was a natural.
Hey, Lulu.
Like,
this is fine. Lulu can't be here. Now they're all rotating to you.
Yeah.
You have no ulti as well. You leave. Good. See, Gragas, the same mistake as you. Look, the objective here is Drake. I don't know what the fuck happened to the quality, but objective here is Drake, and Gragas is like randomly in mid lane. Right? So, stupid. Yeah. You leash Drake, it's fine, because they could rotate, so you just want to get rid of it. He will just E away. Yeah. I don't know. I think you should have just reset here for Mage Ice. Like, because right now, the worst, like here, you should just recall. Because worst case, when you're in base now, your teammates fight, but you have teleport. So I would reset here for Mage Ice, and then I can just run back on the map. And if I need to TP, that's fine, I can TP. But I don't see why we would be staying on the map here. It's really useless. You have mana for one combo. You have item in base. You're just like running around. Enemy team knows you guys are bot side. So like they have no reason to like run into you guys. It made no sense to stay. Like here, leashing Drake is fine. But then now just press B and get your Mage Ice and walk back to bot lane. Okay.
Okay.
Nice, you get Mage Ice, that's really good. Gragas is really trolling by going bot.
Yeah.
It's so win trade.
I remember. I still go bot because I suppose
Yeah, I mean, this guy's the biggest griefer in the...
I thought that we
server.
could kill Malphite if
I mean, we could have if
he
Gragas
was there
wasn't.
anyway.
If Gragas wasn't such a troller, you could have easily done it. We did it anyways, though. But yeah. How don't they kill you here? What is Vi doing?
I don't...
Why is Vi trolling? What? Hello? Because this is, again, it's so bad. It's the same mistake as before. Because, like, this is the top lane logic thing that I was talking about, where right now your teammates are doing something mid, right? So, like, right now, in your head, you could be thinking, well, if Vi is bot now, my teammates should win the mid fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Vi is bot now, you could just leave. And then your teammates still win the fight, and now you don't die. Because where does your teammates have a wave now? They have a wave bot, right? So if you die, can you use this wave?
No.
No. Can we use the next wave? Here?
I mean, if I am alive, but if I'm
Yeah,
dead,
if
no.
you're dead, no, right? So it's so bad here to play as if you have ulti. Because again, like I said, 1v2 at this point is not scary if we have R. But we don't have R here. Your teammates are flanking. You're trolling really hard to continue going bot. You should right now follow your teammates' play. You should only go bot now if we don't know where Vi is. Because again, you could throw the game here again. You're not going to lose the game just from this, but you're going to make it harder to win. Because you're going to give shutdown. I have no clue why Vi doesn't just R you. It's really win
I
trade.
think she's tilted.
Yeah, but...
She's really tilted.
Yeah, but it's not like you knew that she said in all chat, Ekko, I want ult, right? Like...
Yeah, I know.
So this was really fucking troll. Because if she just ults you, you're
That
dead.
was my yes, yeah.
Ooh, close, Gragas. Fucking Lulu. Never do this, by the way. It's so bad. Like, Sheen is so fucking useless. Like,
Yeah,
if
I was testing, sorry.
yeah, but if you're ever
bad.
if you're ever gonna buy Lich Bane, you buy this into this into this. You'd never buy Sheen first. Okay? Like, your base AD compared to something like Udyr is so bad. And your AP scalings are so high on Ekko. You have one of the best AP scalings in the game. You really want AP on Ekko. So, the best purchase here is probably Stopwatch. Like, Stopwatch is just so good on Ekko as well. You can time it with your W and stuff like this. So I would just go stopwatch, because again, this game is won, and the only way I can lose it is if I die. So I'd just go stopwatch. If I had enough for needlessly large rod, I'd start going into Rabadons. Lichbane is pretty useless, you're one-shotting anyways. So you just want raw AP or survivability. We don't need Void Stuff except for against Malphite, but we don't need to kill Malphite, so Void Stuff isn't an option. Because the 3 items you can choose from here, 4 items are Lichbane, Sonya's, Void, and Rabadons. We should go Sonya's or wrap up, because Void is bad here, and Lich is just super bad here, because you shouldn't go Lich and Nashers, you should just go one of them, honestly. Because by going Nashers Tooth, you're saying, I want more dueling power, and by Lichbane, you're saying, I want more burst power. But Rabadons is more burst than Lichbane. The only issue with Rabadons is that the components cost a lot, and so does the full item. But if you have this much gold, you can just buy needlessly, and it deals way more damage than anything you could buy from Lichbane. Because you literally got nothing from this buy. Like, Sheen is so piss useless. Like, Sheen was bad on Ekko before, and then at least it gave CDR. Now it doesn't even give CDR, and it's even worse. You should never flash like this. Like, don't flash for kills when the game is like so in your favor. You only flash for kills if you can like actually do something like really good or really cool. Like, let's say for example you have like 3 people here and you have your W. You can like flash and then E to like stun 3 people and win the fight. That's really good. Let's say your teammates are doing Baron and you can flash to get like 2 kills and secure Baron. That's really good. Let's say enemy has like one guy on their team who's really fed, and if you guys kill that person, you can end the game. If you flash for that person, that's really great. But right now, Ezreal and Lulu are both dead. So we don't need this Vi to be dead, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if she's dead. So flashing for her is so troll. So you just need to make sure that that's just something that you did here because it's just for fun. Because I have seen, even in pro play, I have seen people like flash for kills, and it's so bad to do if it's just gonna give you like 300 gold and nothing after this. Because you being on cooldown for 5 minutes with flash is so fucking bad. Okay?
Yeah.
Lichbane is okay. We got that. Sucks a bit because we could have fucking went Rabadons with Magi's and it'd be so much stronger, but whatever.
Sorry, I was testing. not the best, I know, but I didn't know then, and I didn't do the math for the item, honestly.
Yeah. You're zoning really well here, which is good. One thing I would just try to avoid though is like standing on top here of this guy. Like here, Malphite does have a little bit of a window to go in if he does want to. They're still gonna lose, of course, because they're so behind, but just make sure that versus a Malphite team, you stand like this. Okay? Like right now you're standing really, really good, and then here you randomly show yourself. Like, I don't know why. Like, this is good. Like, just stand here. Right? Why show yourself? And why stand on top of Pantheon? It's pretty bad. Another thing is, this Ezreal is pretty strong on his team, no? Like, of course, he's not strong in the sense of, like, how strong you guys are, but he's the strongest from everyone on their team, no?
Yeah. By far.
So, like, here, I think you're also trolling, because I would never let the Ezreal re-enter. Like, I think if you stand here, Ezreal has to run all the way, right?
Can he poke me with his range? Like, he has a Lulu?
I mean, then Lulu has to stand with him. Because if you stand... Look. If you stand here, if Vi and Malphite goes in, you can just run and fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Ezreal Lulu walks up, you can just jump in and kill Ezreal, no?
And that's the thing also. I mean, like Lulu, I think make him survives, or that's what, or I think it does. Like,
Well, she will
Lulu
try.
kill.
She will use ult and everything, and then you just use your ult, and now this guy's this HP and Lulu has no R. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you can now zone 2 people from the fight by standing here, and also be able to join the fight. Because what will happen in pro play, to prevent this, is enemy team should not be standing here now, protecting vision. They should push mid first, go in together as 5 to prevent Ekko from being able to do what I'm saying here. So when you see these guys are alone pushing, and Drake is already up, your team can just start Drake now, and enemy team is forced to fight 3v5. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 people aren't here, and you can just walk down if a fight happens. By doing this now, right? You guys are standing here. Why can't Lulu and Ezreal just walk down here now?
Yeah,
They can, right?
I get it.
So, and our position here isn't as good as this was, because here we can come from a flank. We can threaten more. The only time I wouldn't stand here is if they're like pressuring me off it, right? If Vi is also walking up together with Lulu Ezreal, yeah, I would run away and dash away. Then I would just say, well played, enemy, you did a good thing. But you should challenge here and try to keep this spot as much as possible there, because they were really zoned off.
Make them think that, I have to force them to do things.
Yes.
In this case.
Because now you let them all like group up together, see? Now they're all back grouped up together. And that's not really that nice. That was really good ult. Because that was the only way they could have won there. It's like insta CCU, so that was safe call. And I respect that. Why is fucking angry?
I still lose this game. This is so fucking stuff.
I would wait 10 gold here and buy AP elixir. You know that item?
Yeah. I just didn't think of it at that moment.
So here you're trolling really hard. So going top is good. You have TP, but you shouldn't push yet. Look where you are on the map, and look where your teammates are. So if we hard push now, this wave is going to end up getting here, right? Are your teammates in a position to play with the wave here?
No.
No. So we should just slow push it. Like only last hit. Okay?
Yeah.
You only last hit and you build a wave, you try to delay it 20 seconds, and you ping for help. You ping your team to play to you.
I want my team going to me, or I want to go to them in this case.
Well, either. Like one of them. That's completely depends. Like in this case, probably your team should most likely run to you, considering that this is the turret they need to take. This is the turret you need to take. So your team should make sure you get this turret, so that you can play here while they play here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what should happen now is you slow push. Pantheon again, completely win trade. I have no clue what kind of fetish he has with Gragas. Why he keeps hovering Gragas.
I think he's out of field anyway.
Yeah, but he should stand here right now. So that's first thing. So that again, you need to ping that stuff. Like when you see shit that you don't want to happen is happening. Like right now, Pantheon is moving bot. Ping him to come top. Like look, this guy's useless. Complete worthless. They need to play into you. Because the decision to go top here is not bad. I would take Krugs though, because you have no reason to get to top yet. So you should just take Krugs and then slow push, and then you TP mid if Jhin gets engaged on, and if he doesn't, then he just runs top with everybody else. Because now you push it too fast, and this is super, super bad. Look where your teammates are, look where your wave is. This wave is just completely fucking wasted now. It's really fucking bad. Okay, so now we can jump on her. Why?
Because we saw... I don't know what is Lulu.
We saw everyone.
Like,
see? Look. Right there.
First round? Lulu, okay.
Yeah. Good. Super fucking good. Nice.
I don't kill her here.
Yeah, but it's super good. Like, if we just look, boom, it's good that we go in. It's just important to understand that why is it good, right?
Yeah.
And again, use your fucking W, man. Like, EWQ. Your W shield has one of the biggest AP ratios in the game. So fucking use it. Because if you had the shield here, you honestly wouldn't need to ulti.
Yeah.
So imagine we did this, and we don't need to ulti. Ori, no R, has to base. This is our turret then, right?
Yes.
Easy.
I'm
So-
pretty much.
You need to use your W way more. Because we should never have to use ult here. Anyways, there we go, we get the turret. This is the worst camera control I've ever seen in my life. Like,
I know. So sorry.
like what is this? You can't even, like, how, like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't know what I did there.
you know your eyes, when you're playing League, your eyes are meant to be here, here, and here. Sometimes here. Right now, your eyes should be here. But like, well, we can't. Like, it's so awkward. What the fuck are we looking at?
I couldn't even flash the picture.
Yes, and this is a repeating issue because in laning phase you did the same thing. Remember when Orianna was walking out of the bush, we didn't see her. So yeah, you need to like understand here. I'm fighting Orianna. She is running to her nexus, so I need to move my camera down. See? Now move your camera down. Because then it's fine. Look your shield, by the way. How balanced? Again, your camera control. Disgusting. Look. Why am I seeing all of this? So I just ulted for fun. Horrible E, but okay. You kill her anyways. I think you could have like dashed like here and then just killed her. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Your teammates dies, sucks. Imagine you had like human build. You could have Rabadons now and Sonias soon. Not having Sonias on Ekko is a bit sad.
Yeah. I
Go
just
in.
tried to go.
Are you going top here because you have TP? Are you going top because you have TP and Drake is going up, or?
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know if we can win a fight right now, like, because they have so much initiative with Malphite and Orianna. So I go like top because I have TP and I can TP to Drake, or I can end the game with a split push.
Yeah, I agree.
But Jin's dies.
Yeah, I mean, enemy team is just so good that they win 3v4.
So I pretty much can do anything right now, I think. I mean, I TP here. I think I TP. I don't know.
Yeah, you would have Rabadons if it was the old one.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this was your fault. I think this was a correct decision.
So fun.
Yeah. Look your shield here. How balanced? 1k shield.
How we lose this game? I don't remember, but we lose. So.
I mean, this is why. Like,
Okay, fuck up.
why do you let them rotate? Look, again, why, like, it... How can these guys move if you stand here?
They can. Yeah, just they can.
So why the fuck do you do this mistake? Again, look. What is your teammates doing here?
It's a split pushing. I mean, they're taking in.
Yeah, so do they need you to hit the inhib?
No.
So how can this go bad?
if they group and just fucking
Yeah.
ult with B or mouse or
So
something.
why not just stand here? If you just stand here, they can't. They have to like walk like this, right?
I didn't look at that possibility at the moment.
Yeah, that you
At
need
that
to
moment,
learn
I
this
didn't look at.
because you're just letting them walk, right?
Yeah, I never think of actually spacing that way. For me, it's like I spacing when I do spacing from them. It's like I just expect them to group and just I don't know, like control a choke point, and that's
Because
that.
like when they are
I
here
never think
now,
of,
we can just
yeah.
one-shot Vi, right?
Yeah.
They need to move like a unit, because that's what good pro teams do, and there's a reason why they do it. But in solo queue, people don't do this, so you need to abuse it. They're fucking trolling. Right now you can just kill Vi, then these guys will out of panic run here to try to kill you. You can R if you think you're gonna die, and then your teammates gets the inhib. Instead,
Yeah.
you let them all
I
rotate,
fucking kill my.
and
I
you're
kill myself.
all far. You're way too far away,
I kill myself.
and then you fucking do some weird shit. But like none of this could happen if you just fucking keep them away. Just zone them. Like for sure, right? Your Jhin is a fucking inter, no shit. But if you just zoned, none of this would happen. In League, like a lot of the times, you can just win without fighting. Like that's how I win a lot of my games, because I'm fucking bad at fighting. So I just try to prevent the fights from happening, you know? That's why like if I'm playing Veigar here, right? I can't kill them because I'm fucking Veigar, but I can stop them. So like here, if I'm Veigar, I would never run away. I would just place my cage here so they can't come. You can do the same thing. You can just cast W and just jump on Vi and she can't move. Right?
Yeah.
If Vi is dead, you guys can try to kill them after. Now we died, we lost 10 Magi stacks. Fucking sucks.
Yeah. We're fucked.
All their wards are placed topside here probably. Not exactly sure why we ulted. Don't think we needed to yet at least. But yeah, your R is really low cooldown, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. Lulu's dead, Vi is top, she can't hold you. Malphite is also top. Why are you running so far away here? Do you think they're all gonna come on you, or?
I don't remember honestly, but yeah, I don't know what I did there.
I mean, if you think they're all gonna come for you, like now you see Vi, now you see Malphite.
Yeah.
If you run here, I don't think anything bad can happen to you because of how far away they are. Right? Like if Vi starts to run up when you run like this, you just E here and you're fine. Because standing here is super good. By standing here, we will see if they run here, we will see if they run here. Right now you created Fog of War over here. So right now we have no fucking clue if they are ganking you. And we have no reason to stand here. So I would much rather just have you stand here so you know what you're dealing with. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like you should only stand like this now if you had Baron. If you had Baron, this would make sense because you're buffing the creeps. Right now you're not buffing the fucking creeps. So it would be much better to just stand here to see more of what's happening. So now we need to look for TP wards and be aware where we're gonna TP. You need to understand that right now, 4v4, enemy team is better. And that you keeping Malphite top is not enough. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You are not equals Malphite. Like, you are way more worse than Malphite. So, like, you should only stay top now if it's Malphite and Orianna here. Like, if it's two people, our teammates should try to win 3v4. For some reason, Pantheon is solo there. Ezreal, Lulu are zoned. Why didn't we just dash away? Because this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, here I'm saying Ezreal is zoned. So this is really fine. And then now Lulu's also here. So now they decided to give up Drake. So just E away. Why fight now? They already lost.
Yeah, I think I was desperate. I think that's the word. I don't know.
Yeah, I know
because I
desperate,
think, like,
but...
if I didn't get a kill, I was losing, honestly.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Because they decided to give up Drake. At this point, Void stuff is probably good. Like, Vi probably has MR as well now. Yeah. I mean, for some reason, these guys are hard disrespecting you. Everyone is disrespecting you, actually. And you have a Gragas, too, so it makes no sense they have no MR. You actually don't need Void stuff. That's a bit crazy. Your Gragas is really special. But yeah, like, that entire, like, bot play really made the game really awkward. Like, really, really awkward. When you died bot here, you know? Because it's, like, kind of, like, one of the worst deaths to do. If you take 2 inhibs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you die, you're now giving enemy, like, 2 minutes of free farm of 2 inhibs. That's so bad. So you have to be really careful about dying once you give inhib. Panfin is top right now. You guys have Infernal Soul. Jin should just get Malphite ulted here, yep. Again, like, imagine your enemy team. Oh, my bad. Let me go back to here. Okay. When was it when you flashed? Here it is. Yeah. So, imagine your enemy team. I want you to right now speak loud as if you're Malphite. Okay? Talk as if you're Malphite now. So just look at the minimap. What are you thinking now if you're Malphite?
I'm just trying to look for pressure mid and Akio.
Yeah, why are you looking for a fight right now?
Because it's the only way we can win. And I mean, like, because we see Pantheon top
Yes. Pantheon is top.
4v5.
Pantheon is top. Ekko has no ult. Right?
Yeah.
So don't you think then, when you're Ekko right now, that you should be very careful about pushing mid, considering that you're at your most vulnerable right now? Your Gragas isn't with you. Pantheon isn't with you. You have no ulti. Shouldn't we be, like, pinging away and, like, pinging our cooldown and being very scared?
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes no sense to farm the wave so far up and so cocky when you have no ulti and no backup. An enemy is aware that you have no ult and no backup because they can see you have no shadow and they can see Pantheon top. Like, let's say you have a Jax split pusher on your team, right? And they see Jax is in side lane. Of course they're gonna try to all in. And they have a Malphite. So it's so fucking win trade that you have to burn your flash there. R. Yes. Nice. You can't kill Malphite, he is way too tanky. But yeah, I mean, like, your Pantheon and Gragas are just hard griefing, but you had the chance to win. But you blew it.
Yeah.
Like, there are some things, of course, like your laning phase was complete dog shit, and that made it way harder for you to get your lead, but you threw your lead like 2 or 3 times this game for no fucking reason. So, like, even though, like, for sure you got hard trolled this game, but you could have easily won it.
Yeah, I mean, the same reason because I select these games because I feel like this was my responsibility more than them, honestly. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this can
you got...
happen in any game.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
And yeah, but like not specific of that game. I don't know if this is okay because
Yeah,
of
sure.
the time. I don't know.
That's fine. that's fine.
Okay, so I'm more like a control mage player, but pre-season I want to try champs and things, but okay.
Yeah.
So when I play Orianna or Syndra and I get a lead, for example, so that champs are like really strong when I am objective in Drake or Herald, but it's not easy to coordinate my team to go to Drake or Herald if they don't want to. So what do I do when I cannot take that like advantage?
Well, luckily for you, the game is designed in a way where some team fights have to happen. Like there will be a Soul fight, and there will be a Drake fight at some point. There will be a Baron fight at some point, and you just gotta be patient so that when it does happen, you are strong. Looking at your Orianna, you don't look very strong. Your CS is really low, your KDA is really bad. Right? So you just need to understand that yes, ideally we do want to group up and fight, but sometimes you're gonna have a Rengar or Nocturne jungle or Evelynn, and you're gonna have a top laner like Jax, Fiora, and the win condition is gonna be more of playing into side lane. And then you turn more into an Anivia than an Orianna. You know, your job is mainly to just wave clear then, keep vision, and just be strong. And your time will come some other time. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm... if this is the draft... Who has the better team fight?
Them.
Yeah.
Them.
But Jax beats Camille in side lane, right?
Yeah.
And Kog'Maw Lulu is really bad against split push because they are really slow at moving on the map. So here, it's like, sure, you might feel really useless. But your job is just to zone Kog'Maw Lulu, just keep clearing mid lane and having safe vision. And making sure that these guys don't get a good all-in. So these guys can keep split pushing and making picks on side. Make sense?
Yes.
And like, you as Orianna, you can't be super impactful in games like this. It's just not possible. Like, you are not Ekko. So in solo queue, control mages are for sure a little bit worse. But they're also a little bit better too, because what counters control mages is hard engage and the split push. But in solo queue, people don't split push well, so they tend to ARAM a lot more and walk into you a lot more. So you will have your chances. So the main thing as control mages is just to make sure that you have 100 CS at 10 minutes, and that you don't die like stupid, and that you are doing your job with controlling spaces and everything correctly, and you try to get as many good fights as possible and make sure you are alive for the important fights, you know? And if you are, honestly, like, if you are doing all of those things every single game, every time you're playing control mages, you should be challenger, because that's what Nemesis does really well. And, I mean, he got rank 1, so... Yeah. But, like, I haven't seen your Ori, right? But just looking at your control mages, that's not the feel I'm getting. Like, you're dying 4.5 times average on Anivia, your KDA is extremely low while you have bad CS. Meanwhile, on Ori, I have 10 CS per minute average while having better KDA. So, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I can't say really too much because, like, I haven't watched you play, so Orianna, so it's hard to say, right, what you are doing wrong, but...
Nah, but it's fair. Like, it's fair looking at the OPG, and I can think I play well the control match, but maybe I don't, or I don't know. Well, whatever.
I mean, on, like, this is my Smurf. Let me show you. Like, I play some Ori on it, and our KDA is, like, similar, but at least, like, my elo is also way higher, though.
Yeah.
So that's also why the KDA is like this, because there's not many kills happening. But my win rate is a lot better, and my CS is a lot higher, so I'm, like, really, really strong. So if enemy team does decide to fight, I will win. And that's kind of that's what you need to aim for with your control mages. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I understand.
Anything else?
One last thing that so there is a like the typical cheater wiggle of LS. I don't know. Like I tried to do a lot of Ekko with the 4-wave, but honestly I think I don't do it right. Like if I don't supposedly you don't lose CS when you do the cheater wiggle right, and I always lose like 2 minutes or more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to set up properly.
Yeah. Do you have low key GG? Do you have low key or something like a recording software?
No, I mean I had it, but
yeah,
it used too much space.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the easiest way to learn things like that is just to keep playing and trying it over and over while recording it and seeing what you're doing wrong. Probably what you're doing wrong is you're not pushing it hard enough, so you don't get there back in time, and the wave isn't like fully crashed. Like a lot of times when I see people do like cheaters, they crash the wave like super late, so that half of the wave is already taking damage here, right? And then you come back with all 3 melee dead. But if you crash the wave like super fucking quick, so that the wave is just like stuck here, all defended, full HP, you should be able to get back in time. It's just about the speed of when you're crashing the wave, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
But like things like this, you should work on more once you fix the things that we talked about. Because whether you lose 2 or 3 creeps of a cheater is not as big of a deal as, for example, dying 1v2 in side lane randomly or fucking not zoning them here. And you said you're a big control mage player, so you need to understand how important controlling people and zoning them is. You know? Because it was really weird that you fed as fuck Ekko running this path, letting them just run at your team. When they split themselves up and you could just kill Vi.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm gonna stop the recording here.